Almost the whole life revolves around what we call emotions. It governs everything, your state of mind and how you live your life. So that makes it important to understand what are emotions. Now, feelings and emotions, like everything in nature, have an opposite element, the positive and its negative. Just like matter and antimatter, just like centripetal and centrifugal forces in physics. The same goes for emotions too. Let us see a few of the emotions and their negative counterparts. Happiness and sadness, love and hate, anger and calmness, fear and courage. To reach a stable state of mind or a state of equilibrium, it is important to balance the positives with the negatives. Because everything is connected and linked to everything else. Just like the strings of a spider web. If one of the strings is pulled too much, it can pull the others and disturb the center. So, an imbalance of one of the emotions upsets the entire balance. And at the center of all this is your mind, and more specifically, your peace of mind. Interestingly, the negative emotions are stronger than the positive counterparts. Hatred is a stronger emotion than love. The hatred you feel for someone is much more strong than the love you once felt for the same person. Same goes for other negative emotions too. Like anger, it is much stronger than calmness. Another very interesting thing that I have observed is that the negative emotions step in at a later stage of life. And if they're not handled, they grow. Just like weed around healthy plants. No one is born with negative emotions. Look at an infant. He doesn't have negative emotions. He doesn't hate anyone. But as the infant grows into a child, to an adolescent, and to an adult, these emotions, they start appearing and growing. And it might take a lifetime to understand how to deal with them. To counter the negative emotions, I have devised a three-pronged strategy. The first step, do not react. An immediate reaction to a negative emotion is like adding fuel to the fire. It aggravates the situation and worsens it. So control that initial reaction. If you feel angry or hatred for someone, do not react at that moment. When the tide of emotions occurs, stay calm. Practice to stay calm. Second, divert your mind. When you feel the surge of negativity, divert it. Try and indulge in activities that take your mind away. And it could be any one of the following: prayers, meditation, talking to someone to let it out, work, even physical exercises like gymming, swimming, etc. And now the third. It is important to forgive your trigger. A negative emotion is usually triggered by actions and memories of some person. You might feel repulsion or anger when you think of someone. We call that someone the trigger, and you should learn to forgive that trigger. The third and the last of the strategies of forgiveness is one of the most important. Go ahead and forgive that someone, because forgiveness gives a feeling of detachment, a feeling of dissociation from the negative emotions that the person's memories or presence might just trigger off. I suggest start working on this because it takes time to achieve this. And time is something we don't have much. Understand that emotional harm does not come from others. It is conceived and developed within you, and you have to find your own path to deal with it. Think about it.